Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another video. This time we are looking at Batman Arkham City Collector's Edition for PlayStation 3 and we are doing this for two reasons. First of all, it has been a decade since this video game has been released, so I do believe that it's a proper time to do some kind of a retro unboxing video. And second of all, I'm actually selling this piece right now, so before I will do that, I thought that it would be nice to do a video about this collectible piece, because otherwise it would be just gone forever and I would definitely not buy this one again. So these are the two reasons, and you are currently looking at the way how I am displaying this statue in my collection. I'm not usually putting my statues into the boxes and displaying them with them, but in this case I think it's the proper way how to put it into your display, because as you can see you have this beautiful backdrop piece with Arkham City, which we all know that it's a Gotham. So that's how I usually see that. I know it might look a bit weird if you are displaying him like this, for example, next to your Diamond Select pieces, which is the way how I'm having it displayed. But I still believe that it's the best way how to display this piece. Anyway, now you can see the side of the box, and I believe that you have all seen this art before because it has been basically everywhere 10 years ago when this game has been released. And for those of you who don't know, it was a second video game from the company called Rocksteady Studios, and so far we have seen Arkham Asylum, which was the first game. I finished the game and I liked it. Then we had Arkham City, where I'm somewhere in the middle at the moment, and then Arkham Knight. That is the main trilogy. And then we have Arkham Origins, which is like a spin-off from different studio. And now, as you can see on this piece, you have Joker, and it is a very popular version of Joker. It has been the voice actor of this Joker was Mark Hamill in all three or four video games, and I'm sure that you know him as Luke Skywalker from Star Wars, and his voice acting was really great for this character. Right, so that's how the box looks. As you can see now, at the top there is nothing and at the bottom you have just the number, so nothing really special here. But I still do like how this collector's edition has been put together, because it kind of makes sense. So I will put this thing aside, and here you can see the statue of Batman himself, but I will show you how he looks in a minute. In the meantime, we will take a closer look at this piece right here, this backdrop piece, so that you can see how it looks, and that it's actually kind of okay. I quite like it. And I also do like how the whole box has been put together. This part is the tricky part, because you need to use your nail, but then you have this thing right here, which is the album, the soundtrack of the video game. You have the code which you can download, and yeah, that's what you can hear. and it's not a soundtrack like in terms of like some symphonic kind of music. It's a soundtrack with the real bands. So you have Crosses here, you have Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, you have Coheed and Cambria, you have Panic at the Disco, you have Dotrai, Boxer Rebellion, Serge Tankian, A Place to Bury Strangers, The Damn Things, Black Audio, The Duke Spirit, and that's it. So yeah, why not? But I never used this piece, to be honest with you, because I bought this from the second-hand market, so I thought that it has been already used, so I didn't even try. And then we have this beautiful art book. I like this logo right here, but I don't really like that you have nothing in here, so you can't really put it next to your other art books, because otherwise, you know, you can find it easily. But yeah, it has been done like that. You should put it right here, not next to your art books, which kind of makes sense. And here inside we have this piece, which shows you where are the dangerous parts on the statue. And then we have plenty of skins and digital bonuses. So here you have Earth 1 Batman skin, Year 1 Batman skin, Animated Batman skin, Batman Beyond skin, Catwoman, which was a DLC for this video game. Then you have this skin from the 1970s Batsuit. Then you have this challenge map, Iceberg Launch is its name. Then we have this Dark Knight Returns skin and classical manual for the video game itself. Nothing really special, and as far as I know, for the remastered video game for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, if I'm not mistaken, it should be already in the game. But 10 years ago, when this game has been released, it was something extraordinary, so you needed to pay a little bit more to have these bonuses. Right, so now I will show you the art book, and for those of you who don't want to see any spoilers, now is the time for you to move video forward. And yeah, so I'm starting now. You have been warned. So now you can see some characters which you can meet in the game, and to be honest with you, it's a tricky question if this is actually a spoiler or not, because Batman is here for 82 years already, and is it really a spoiler if I will tell you that you will fight against Joker in the video game? Or other characters, like some iconic villains like Two-Face or Penguin and few more. Is it really a spoiler? I don't think so. So that's why I do believe that you are not you will not have a huge issue from seeing this art book at all. But it's really up to you. Some people are really sensitive about this, including myself. But yeah, it's everyone's preferences. And so far I do like this art book. I think that the art itself looks very interesting. I would prefer to have it like in a bigger format, like A4 or something, because I started to like art books, and I'm actually buying more and more of them. So having this one as a small piece is not something which I would prefer. But you know, it has been a part of this collection's collector's edition, and it was still pretty cheap, so I'm not against it. Right, so that's what you can see, and then you have this Blu-ray for PlayStation 3. So you have this video game. We can call it a minus that you don't have the proper box for the Blu-ray, for your own collection of Blu-rays and video games for PS3, but it's really up to you. For me, it's not a big deal because I'm playing the digital version on a PS4, so having this as a remastered game, it's not a huge deal for me. All right, and then we have here the statue, and right from the beginning, I have to say it's not much. And we have to bear in mind that it's still a 10-year-old statue from the times when the 3D printing was not as good as it still is today. On the other hand, even though that the 3D printing has come much better, we are still getting pieces like this, which is Biomutant Collector's Edition, only few months after release, and if you have seen the video, you know that it's not good. So let's be honest, it's still not where we would like it to be in all kinds of video games, but yeah, 10 years ago I think it was okay. And if it was your first statue of Batman, I think that it gets the job done. So you obviously can see that you are looking at Batman. You know exactly like who it is. He has this like badass attitude, and the pose, I think it should be some sort of superhero landing or something, but it could be better, I think. But yeah, why not? But still, he's pretty small. I think that if he would be standing, it would be something around like 1/10 scale or something. But yeah, going back to the basics, if you will take a closer look at the head sculpt, you can see that it's pretty bad. Like the face, like look at the mouth, it's so bad. It's just a thin line. No real face sculpting. The eyes are just like a bit of white paint with black paint in the middle, and yeah, he doesn't even look like a real person. Then he's obviously way too white, so he looks more like a Joker. But it's just because they wanted to have Batman in this black and white style, in this case gray and black style. So he matches to the rest of the collector's edition. He matches to the way how this game has been presented to all of us. But I would prefer different kind of costumes, different pose, and much better details. But on the other hand, what I do like is the gray part itself, because you can see all the muscles like on his belly, on his arms, on his legs. So it's pretty cool for a statue which has been as cheap as this one. So this is definitely something that I can admire here. So that's cool. But what is not helping here are the black parts, because first of all, the gloves, there are not many details on it, and it's very bad painted. Like the black is not a piano black or something like that. It's just the type of cheap black, which is more gray to me than how it should look like. And then we have the cape, which is a like cheap plastic piece. It's not attached to the base, so that's another thing which worries me. By the way, you can see on the base that it has been manufactured by Kotobukiya. which some of you already know. I'm not really a big fan of their products, at least from the ones which I already had in my hands. So yeah, that's what you are getting, and if you are not be careful, you can easily break it. So be careful with that cape. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I can say. So if I would be like a beginner with collecting, if this would be my first Batman and I got him for good price, then obviously why not? It's still a very nice collector's edition. You have all the digital bonuses, you have art book, you have soundtrack, you have this statue backdrop, you know, everything as the full box is okay, and it definitely was okay 10 years ago, but now for me, I'm just on a different path now. I'm leaning more towards Hot Toys action figures and these kind of things. So for me, it's not as good as it would be a few years ago. So that's one of the reasons why I'm selling this. So yeah, it really depends what kind of collector you are. You can be very happy with this piece. You can be really happy with everything that you will get together with this statue itself. But for me, I'm past it. Like this ship has sailed. That's the way how I would describe it in one sentence. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to put like or dislike, any comments if you would like to get this piece to your collection would be very appreciated from me. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, bell notification icon, and I'll see you guys once again in the next video.